Now, it is useful here for land use planning, environmental planning, etc. Number 4 here we have application of GIS in mapping. And we established that one of the bases of GIS is mapping. And maps are useful to convey ideas, to get report status, to compile geographic information, etc. Now, GIS is also useful in surveying. Here, the GIS software provides the tools to capture and create new data with advanced mobile ability that can improve field data collection and inventories, as well as integration of land surveying. Now, transport. How is GIS applied in transport? Now, GIS is useful in the input, in the management and analysis, and as well as reporting of geographic information systems on transport system. And lastly, we have that GIS is applied in census. Now, with GIS, the population of any country can be analyzed, to provide the following facts: the population size, revenue estimates, forecast future economic needs, determine level of unemployment or level of employment in a nation or a country, formulation of economic policies, and to also know number of immigrants, distribution of resources, provision of social amenities, as well as investment decision. However, there are problems of GIS implementation in Nigeria. Now, because of inadequate power, implementation of GIS in Nigeria is not effective because of the epileptic and unsteady nature of the power supply we have in Nigeria. I mean the electricity now. GIS application or implementation in Nigeria has not attained the level where it should. There is also inadequate personnel. People trained with the knowledge to handle GIS issues are not readily available in Nigeria. This is a problem facing the implementation of GIS also in Nigeria. And we have inadequate capital. There's also lack of GIS institutions. Most of the places where GIS are being taught or is being taught, they really do not teach the practical aspect of it. So this is a problem also facing the implementation of GIS in Nigeria. And finally, we have no communication. So let's look at the following questions. Number 1, state 3 relationships between GIS and remote sensing. 1 is that both GIS and remote sensing can look at spatial data in different layers. Number 2, both of them can take the form of computer software to create and to analyze, as well as manipulate spatial data. And both of them can also observe large areas in less time. Number 2 question says, identify 4 problems of GIS implementation in Nigeria. 1 problem is low technology. Another problem here is inadequate capital. Number 3 problem is inadequate personnel. And we have inadequate power supply. Number 3, what is remote sensing? Remote sensing has to do with the science of capturing information about the Earth's surface without actually being in contact with it. And lastly, we have number 4 question, explain 4 applications of remote sensing. 1, remote sensing is applied in forestry. It is used for assessment of environmental conditions in a forest. When the distribution of forest species is known, it can be incorporated into detailed and extensive maps, for referrals and other studies. Remote sensing is also applied in environmental studies to predict the nature and weather of the area, as well as determine direction of speed and wind, or speed, direction and speed of wind. and it's also used to determine possible periods of flooding and how to control it. Remote sensing is also applied in agriculture. Here, remote sensing provides satellite imagery for agriculture and crop assessment, crop health and soil analysis also. And it is also useful in telecommunication. Lastly, number 5 question. It says discuss 4 applications of GIS. GIS is applied in defense. Military use GIS for terrain assessment, battlefield management and intelligence, as well as cartography. Also, we can use GIS in agriculture, and this is useful for production of quality crops with high yield, and also in urban development. Here, GIS is useful for environmental planning and for land use planning. And finally, we have application of GIS in surveying. The GIS software provides the tools to capture and create new data with advanced mobile ability that can improve field data collection, inventories, and integration in land surveying. So, as a result of GIS, surveying, agriculture, even defense and environmental studies have been enhanced greatly. So there is need for us to solve the problem of GIS implementation in Nigeria so that we can attain greater heights in all these areas where GIS have been found useful. We have been able to discuss the themes that we have for this section of our lecture. So I encourage you to have a second thought about geography. It is not just an abstract course, but it's a course that creates or gives you the awareness about the environment and how to harness the resources in environment for the betterment of mankind. I wish you all the best.